Okay, I just have a quick thing I need to tell you before we get into this week's video. I have a new program. It launched about 2 weeks ago called SMBC Conception Formula. This is a program that is going to lead you from thinking about this whole journey to figuring out what your next steps are and literally guiding you through everything that you need to know throughout from where you are today to actually having a baby in your belly, which is really exciting. And I have decided to do a special little offer for those of you that are listening right now on YouTube only, okay, special for the YouTube people, because we're growing over here, is a special little code that if you use SMBC YouTube, it's that simple, altogether, you are going to get $100 off of the course price, which is amazing. And it's going to guide you through everything that you need to know and beyond. And it's really amazing. There are women in there that are conceiving their babies and are feeling empowered and inspired and knowledgeable and prepared, which is also really exciting on this journey. And they're taking life by the cojones and making it happen, which is what it's all about, right? Life is too freaking short. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for being a part of this YouTube community and helping me grow and helping me meet new mamas that are on this journey. It's really exciting. And if you could just like and leave a little comment, leave a little anything, a little emoji, something, it really does help. Thank you so much. Let's get into this video. It's a really cool one. It's about baby number 3. Hello. This is a fun little update. I literally am just getting back from my ultrasound where we did the follicular count to see my ovarian reserve, to see how many eggs you girls got, to see if I'm a fertile myrtle. I am gonna be 37 at the end of the year, so I don't know. Things have changed, maybe. I did see him doing a lot of, putting little measurement thingies, I don't know, with ultrasound where they, there's a bunch of different circles, which are eggs. So it looked good. I mean, I'm not a radiologist. I'm not a doctor. I am not a nurse. So I'm not sure, but I think it looked good just based on my non-professional opinion. But we'll see. I mean, it usually takes about a week, 10 days for my doctor to get the results. We'll see. But yeah, it was pretty, basic, the usual. It was intravaginal ultrasound, so they have that wand thingy. It was interesting this time though. At this clinic, they actually had me insert it myself, which has never happened before. I've had those ultrasounds several times before for different things. I used to get ovarian cysts all the time, and you have to do that. So I don't know. It was straight. I'm not complaining. I had never met these people. I'd never been to this clinic before. I think it's relatively new actually. So it wasn't a bad thing to do that. And they were very insistent on having my, the gown over my knees, keeping it very, very decent. And a nurse stayed in the room the entire time. It was a male radiologist. But I don't know. I was is this because something's wrong? Does he need to be watched? Or is it just they're doing it to make me feel better? Ultimately, it made me feel better because I'm not alone. But again, I have done this before. I know what to expect and whatever. Anyways, but she also forewarned me, the nurse, that it is a male doctor. And that was it. She just kind of said it like that. It's a male doctor. Just before I'd even seen him. So I guess just to kind of prepare me mentally. However, when I was, I don't know, when you first start going to the gynecologist, teens-ish, I don't know. But when I first went, I had a male doctor because my mom had a male doctor. So I just went to her gynecologist, and I guess I was always just kind of used to that. I now have a female and prefer that and feel more comfortable having a female who I've had forever now. But I didn't, I don't feel any kind of way as long as they're respectful and professional, and it's you do what you got to do and you whatever. But anyways, I mean, ultimately it went well, it went smoothly, but I had never had that happen where they were this is what you have to do and you need to do it. I don't know. Anyways, I'm still kind of, I'm dealing, right? I literally just got home. Leo and I ate, I put him to bed, and I'm trying to get this done before I have to go get my daughter. So crazy town. But yeah, it went relatively well. I am excited for updates, and tomorrow I have my blood work that I have to get done. There's lots of stuff. They're taking lots of blood, and I'm not a needle person. I do not like getting blood drawn. I've never liked it. I used to like almost pass out and cry and hyperventilate and the whole nine. So it's not ideal. It's not my favorite thing, but we need to get it done. But we'll see. I brought my son with me, who actually did a really good job. I was nervous because, you know, when you're 3, how patient are you really when you're having to wait? But he was okay. He just touched everything and like, oh, like it's a clinic. Like I would rather we didn't touch anything. Like I'm not a germaphobe, but I'm also like, I know what kind of guck is on these things. So I'd rather you didn't touch it, especially when you're 3 and you know, you're touching your face. And anyways, I think that was the hardest part of it, but it was doable. We sang a lot of Old MacDonald. We did a lot of I Spy just to kind of pass the time. I brought books, I brought snacks, because you're gonna need snacks, okay? But yeah, we survived it. We shall see. I'm actually curious what your thoughts are. What do you think my results are gonna be? Because again, the last time I got pregnant, I was 31, almost 32. So times have, you know, changed. The years have passed, and now I'm 36 going on 37. So I don't know. I'm not sure what we're really looking at. I'm curious, just like your guess or maybe your own experience. What do you think? Are we going to see a drastic change in my body? I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll keep you posted, but let me know in the comments what you think, like what your prediction is, because this is kind of interesting. Be nice. Let's keep the comments nice. Obviously, some of the haters can go away. You're gonna be blocked and deleted anyways, so don't bother. But the kind people who want to participate in this, I'm curious. But yes, like I was saying, I have my blood work tomorrow. We're gonna survive that. I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna be fine. Also curious if anybody else is like that, like with needles, because I know I'm not alone. My daughter's the same. But yeah, so then that's basically it. Once I get the blood work done, because I did this today, blood work tomorrow, that's really everything. As long as everything comes back okay, I'm good to go. I'm good to start tracking my ovulation. I'm already someone who's very, I have a very regular cycle, 28 days. It's almost on like to the day. So I am very lucky with that. I was actually on birth control. I get this question kind of frequently, so I figure I should talk about it. I was on birth control when I was late teenager because I had really heavy periods and I would have cysts a lot, like large cysts that would usually just pass on their own, but to kind of help, I don't know, whatever they told me and my mom, it's good for me to be on birth control just to help me out. I don't know. So I went on birth control. I was on it for a good, I'd probably say like 5 years. But that was it really. When I had partners, of course I was using protection and whatever, completely off topic, but, yeah, so I was never, like, I'm not someone who's on birth control up until like yesterday. I haven't been on it in a long time, like probably my late, like 18, 19, I think I probably stopped being on birth control just because it would make me feel sick. I'd get like really bad acne. Like it actually didn't do great things for me. But yeah, I always had a very solid cycle. Now, I know that for some people, when you stop birth control, your cycle is like, whew, crazy. Not everybody, but some people. And it's completely normal. The doctor will reassure you too. It's normal. Your body's going to take a sec to just kind of get regulated. It's okay. Especially as we get older, we do have changes in our hormones and so forth. And don't stress, because when we're like, oh my God, what's happening? It only makes it worse. So try your best to just chill, go with the flow. It's coming back. You're fine. Okay. But yeah, so when it comes to tracking, it's if you don't have a super solid cycle that you can kind of count on, that you kind of know when you're ovulating and all these things, it's a good idea to start tracking. You can start tracking now, honestly, because you could just know, okay, when my day 1 was when you start, like there's actual like red flow, okay? Not the spotting, not like maybe from, I don't know what I'm allowed to say on here that's not gonna get flagged. That's why I'm trying to use special wording, I guess. But the girlies know. When you have like red show, that's your day 1, okay? And from there, you're gonna track, and usually we're ovulating around day 12 to 15-ish, again, depending on the woman, depending on the cycle, whatever. So you can start, I think I started with Leo, like when I was tracking my ovulation, I think I would start checking for ovulation. I did like the pee stick ones, around day 10, I would do day 10, day 11, day 12. I can't remember what day it was that I was ovulating last time that it worked, or the other times that I did IUI either. But nonetheless, whatever, right? You're gonna check and it'll tell you when you are or aren't ovulating. And if you do it, you can kind of get to know, again, we're working on the wording. This is all inside of my programs where I can talk more openly, because I know you're listening because you're on this journey and you need to hear these things. But there are differences in our bodies and our flows and our natural stuff that changes throughout our period, or throughout our cycle. So getting to know ourselves and tracking ourselves and making notes or using apps, there's tons of apps you could use. I never used an app, honestly. I would jot down in my calendar day 1, and then I would know, okay, ovulating or whatever. And then, okay, I know this is when I'm going to start my day 1, roughly 1 or 2 days off, whatever. So you can kind of get to know yourself, which is important, really, because every woman is different, and the more you know, you'll be able to know where you're at. So it's helpful. But yeah, so because of that, I'm most likely going to start doing that next month. My doctor, like I said, should have my results relatively quickly in the next probably 10 business days. So I may be able to, do my first IUI, my first and only, for baby number 3 in April or May. We'll see, because again, I have to have the sperm shipped to my clinic, and then whatever, like sometimes that takes time. So those are all factors that I have to think about, but it is happening. I'm excited. I'm still feeling incredibly optimistic. I don't know if I talked about it on here with you guys, but I am a big believer in law of attraction and manifestation and all those things, like hugely. And I like to show up in my life as if everything that I want is already mine. I teach a little bit of this inside of my programs. It's kind of sprinkled in. If you guys want to know more, like, you can just DM me and we could talk honestly about it, but I love it. I can never shut up about it, but I know not everyone gets it, so it's okay. If you're into the woo-woo, shoot me a DM or an email. But I believe, because of the law of attraction, if I show up in the assumption that baby number 3 is a done deal. This is just a quick interruption to let you know about Fairfax Cryobank. I'm obsessed, okay? With the profiles that they have, you could see adult photos, medical history, all kinds of really good stuff, audio files. You get to hear the donor actually speak. You get all these wonderful things that when you're really considering having a baby with somebody, okay, not co-parenting, but carrying on the genes of somebody, the genetics, the DNA, you want to kind of click, right? And Fairfax Cryobank offers so many donor profiles. They have access to all this information and more, like I said, and their customer service is incredible. They can get orders out so quickly for you, get them to your clinic. They're amazing. I love them. I've been working with them for such a long time. They're the ones that helped me have my second baby. And I can't recommend them enough. They truly are incredible. And I'm so grateful to them for sponsoring this episode. They are amazing. Go check them out. They are offering you, a viewer, listener, 90 days, 3 freaking months of full free access to all the donor profiles. Everything for 90 freaking days. You could have your girlfriends over. You guys could check out the donors. You could have tea, you could have a glass of champagne, whatever floats your boat, okay? It's really a fun thing. You can make it really fun. You can make it personal, do it all by yourself, whatever works. Whatever works for you. I had my best friend look with me, my mom looked with me, and then there was another time that I just wanted to look by myself. I wanted to really feel it out. So whatever works. But if you use Single Mom Mindset 25 all together, you'll get those 90 days free. That just lets them know that I sent you over there, because I'm always talking about them and hyping them up because they truly are incredible. They helped me grow my family and I owe them that, right? They're amazing. They truly are a really great group of people. So go check them out. Check out all the donor profiles, and yeah, good luck on your journey. And if you find your donor from Fairfax, you need to tell me, just so I can give myself a little, that I'm glad that I sent you there, and that, I get a tiny little piece of your donor story. Just it's minuscule, but I hold it dear to my heart. So thank you. Go check them out. Thank you to Fairfax Cryobank for sponsoring this video. They're amazing. Go check them out. It makes my life easier. It's more positive. I'm not stressing about something. And right now I don't have results anyways. I have 2 very healthy pregnancies that I've had that were conceived naturally. I mean, IUI was naturally, it was unmedicated, nothing. It was just without a partner, but that was the only thing that was not the natural way. So, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about it, pretty optimistic. So again, as my results roll in, after I meet with my doctor, all of these things, I will absolutely keep you posted and update you. But yeah, that's my update for this week. Very exciting. Next week, I am actually maybe going to be solidifying the donor for this one. Come back. There's some stuff we need to talk about when it comes to that. So yeah, I will see you next week. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share this with your girlies, okay? With the mamas in your life, the women that, are independent queens that might be thinking about this journey. And yeah, I love you. Have an amazing week. Bye.